light manifested in physical form. That's why we say sister, mister, monster, stir is star. And when you're famous, you're a star. Ancient paintings of Jesus show a star being descended down. Now you know the real reason why Paramount show the stars descending down, going to the mountain. Freemasons show the path back to the stars. Each one of us is God experiencing himself in a divided state. But the archons in this world brainwash your mind to trap your soul in here. When you learn the language of symbolism, your life will completely change. Our towers are in 11. Flight 11 was hijacked. New York is the 11th state. There were 11 crew members on the flight. 9/11 adds up to an 11. New York in gematria adds up to 111. Freemasonic pillars are an 11. With the black and white checkered board, black and white add up to 11. 11, 11. Black is matter, white is spirit. Was this just a Masonic ritual? I'm not making any claims, but I'm just pointing things out. Jesus will never save you. You have to save yourself. Corinthians 3:16. Do you not know that you are the temple of God? Okay. And then Matthew 21:12 says Jesus went into the temple of God, which means he went within himself to meet with God. And that's what you must do. The side of your head is called a temple because you connect with consciousness with God within yourself. You have to save yourself. Praying to a man in the sky will never ever save you. Jesus, the heart is an energetic gateway. Scientific research has demonstrated that the heart often perceives and processes environmental changes before the brain does. This precognitive ability allows the heart to initiate a response that can influence our thoughts, emotions, and physical reactions. This is why people can intuitively sense vibes of another person or place, as the heart interprets subtle vibratory signals from its surroundings. When people say, I like this person's energy, or this place feels good, they are actually acknowledging the heart's inherent ability to detect, process these energetic frequencies. The heart is not only producing an electromagnetic field, it's also receiving energy. The heart, the Bible, is secretly encoded. Flesh and blood cannot inherit the kingdom of God, Corinthians 15:50. Then it goes to say, the kingdom of God is within you in Luke 17:12, which means your body cannot enter the kingdom of God, but your inner world of thought, emotion, and imagination can enter the kingdom of God, which means God's kingdom is not an actual place. It's a state of consciousness that we achieve now. That's why your head's called a temple. Tem, a place of worship. El, an ancient Canaanite name for God. You must go within your own temple to meet God. Theologians 4:17. We will be caught up together in them in the clouds to meet the Lord in the air. There's no man in the clouds going to meet you. Earth is your body. Water is emotion. Fire is the spirit. Air is the mind. You meet God when you turn your mind inward and meditate. Luke 11:52. You have taken away the key of knowledge. You did not enter in yourself. Jesus is telling you to meditate, go within yourself. But the out into the world. It's the same with your soul. When your mind becomes aware of a world beyond this world, you seek a way out. This is what you call a spiritual awakening. You will never die. The soul is on a journey of expansion and creativity. Every ending is just a new beginning. The purpose of life is down to these two things. Creation. It's impossible for you not to create. And learning. It's impossible for you not to learn. Your soul will continue to expand and learn for eternity. Stop being afraid of death. You die every single night and wake back up. It's just a microcosm of the macrocosm pattern.
Did you know the only difference between water and ice is a state of vibration? Now think of your desired reality. The only difference between your desired reality and your current circumstances is a state of consciousness. You can become the reality you want before you physically have it. If you observe closely, it's not actually the job that you hate. It's the emotion, the thoughts, and the state of consciousness that job makes you feel. Therefore, it's not the job that you want to change, it's the state of consciousness. By using our thought, emotion, and imagination, we can become the reality in a state of consciousness before physically having it. and watch your outer world rearrange itself to match your new state. Think about this. Your life is a direct correlation of every thought you thought in the past, which means your world is an externalization, a materialization of your thoughts and mind. Most people live in a cycle of the external world manipulating their inner world, not realizing their inner world is projecting the outer, which produces a cycle of constant negative manifestation. But when we stop, when we change our inner world and we act, think, feel as if we are already living from the wish fulfilled, that's how we produce effect in the material world.
Did you know your heart is not actually a pump? The heart is in the shape of a chestahedron, a seven-sided shape where all the surface areas are the same. Placing a chestahedron in water creates a vortex in the water, and your heart tissues is in a vortex spiral. Your heart is actually one muscle but wrapped in a spiraling vortex form. This is because your heart is a vortex energy generator. Blood enters the heart and creates a vortex spiral inside of the heart. Your heart turns water in the blood into plasma, the fourth state of water, which they'll never tell you about. Plasma makes up approximately 55% of your blood. The earth is electromagnetic. The reason why heart rearranged is earth is because the heart takes the electromagnetic energy of the earth and turns this into plasma in the blood to run the physical body. Your heart is directly connected to the universe, to the electromagnetic energy of the earth. This is why we always see Jesus pointing at his heart. Your heart is inside of the chest. This is where the treasure is, inside of the heart. Your heart contains 40,000 neurons, which is the exact same cells in your brain. The heart is the emotional brain which gives you guidance. It tells you what is right and what is wrong. This is why we say follow your heart. Did you know you ever wondered why your middle finger is considered swearing? There's a hidden element that they've hid from you called ether. 5 points on the body, 5 elements. 5 fingers, 5 elements. They demonized your middle finger because it's ether. But what exactly is the ether? Ether is like the blueprint to all physical creation. They covered up the ether by calling it dark matter. It's where all energy comes from and returns back to. Think of it as an eternal water of life feeding everything with energy. Yes, the ether can provide free 0-point energy, but that is not the biggest secret. The biggest secret about the ether is that our minds can manifest whatever we project into it, into a reality. This is what the Matrix is showing you with these codes. You can change the codes to reality by changing your inner consciousness. The ether acts as a barrier from the imagination plane, astral, into the physical plane. Just look at the words that we use. Together, ether. There's so much more that goes into this. Make sure to follow me. Today is a full moon, and this is why I don't eat or scroll on my phone on this day. Sun is our conscious mind. The moon is our subconscious mind. Just like the moon phases have these cycles, so does our consciousness. We go through mood swings and different emotions and thoughts all the time. If you didn't already know, your subconscious mind controls 90% of your daily basis thoughts and actions. The new moon is when your subconscious mind is mainly closed. However, a full moon is when the subconscious mind is more accessible during this phase. This is the best time to reprogram your subconscious and break your old habits. I don't do anything that is highly addictive on this specific day. Instead, I use my conscious mind to think, feel, and imagine my specific reality that I want on this day. And this will impress this reality on my subconscious. And my subconscious will start to believe I've already got the reality, which will then create effect in my external reality. This is why you always see witches with a full moon behind their head, because this is the best time to do a ritual of implanting new seeds into your consciousness so they can grow into a beautiful reality. And this is also the reason why you always get good ideas at nighttime, because the daytime is survival mode, it's conscious. The nighttime's our subconscious imagination. Today, I found some secret codes in the Bible. The Bible contains numerology, and in Revelation 14, it states 144,000 will go to heaven. 144 adds up to 9. The 9th letter in the English alphabet is I. God's name Yahweh means I am. This is our body. I is our consciousness. 9 is the number of consciousness. Let's take it deeper. A lamb standing on Mount Zion. The lamb represents Aries. Aries rules the head. and this is the lamb horns in our brain. Holy Mount Zion is our spine. The lamb is on top of Mount Zion with the 144,000, which is 9, which is consciousness. And they had the Father's name written on their forehead. Our forehead is where our consciousness is. 144,000 who had been redeemed from the earth represent the ones who found their consciousness. 144,000 sang a new song. New song is a new state of awakened consciousness. Sing a new song. Awaken to your consciousness, not your body. Heaven is a state of consciousness. This book will literally tell you everything. A sign is not the devil horns, it's the moon crescent. Moon is mood, which is emotion. The moon crescent on top of the head symbolizes emotion ruling over our mind, our body, our life. Devil is red because the red is the lowest vibrational color. And this is you when you are operating your life in your animal nature. The devil is the ground animal, the lower self. The bird is the angel, which is the higher self. See the man standing on the moon. This represents conquering the emotion, and they no longer govern your life. Your emotions change all the time, and this is symbolized as the moon phases. Money rules your emotions, and this is why money has moon within it. A demon is actually your emotions. God and the devil exist within yourself. It's a battle between your higher mind and lower mind, between the 5 senses and your mind, your consciousness. Religion has externalized the truth, so they keep you in your animal nature. A sign is